enjoyed their break. CC, Cycle 2, Week 13, new memory work. We're going to start with timeline and math. Timeline. Age of exploration. So we're just going to do this and this. Age of exploration, circa 14. This is ASL 14. Circa 14 to circa 1600. So this is a 6 in ASL. So 1600. Prince Henry, so we do our ASLP and our sash to show royalty. Prince Henry founds School of Navigation. Okay, so you just pull it out like a telescope. So Prince Henry founds School of Navigation, slave trade in Africa. We always do this for Africa because in the song on the CD they do drums on that part. So slave trade in Africa. Gutenberg, ASLG, and then we're going to put 2 G's up, and we're just going to go up and down like a printing press. Gutenberg's printing press, Songhai in Africa. Tsar Ivan, so ASL-I, Tsar Ivan the Great, so this is great in sign language, of Russia. So we take our hands, put them right here. That's also the sign for Russia in sign language. So Tsar Ivan the Great of Russia, the Spanish Inquisition. So we make this go from our shoulders down in the front like a cape. The Spanish Inquisition. We pull our sword for the Inquisition part. So all together. Age of exploration, circa 1400 to circa 1600. Prince Henry founds School of Navigation, slave trade in Africa. Gutenberg's printing press, Songhai in Africa. Tsar Ivan the Great of Russia, the Spanish Inquisition. Okay, that's the song and the hand motions, and then we will just pull off the dice, roll it, and do what it says. Math. We have a liquid equivalence, and I drew a gallon guy, so his body is the G for gallon. Then on each corner he has a quart. There's a Q marking that. And then on each quart there's 2 things coming out with P's. And then out of each P, there's 2 smaller things coming out with a C on it, and then a little 8 on each of those. So it's kind of like his body, his arms, his hands, and his fingers. It makes him up, and it's just a nice visual to help remember. So math, 8 fluid ounces equal 1 cup. This one gets chanted. 8 fluid ounces equals 1 cup. 2 cups equal 1 pint. 2 pints equal 1 quart, and 4 quarts in a gallon. Okay, one more time. 8 fluid ounces equals 1 cup. 2 cups equal 1 pint. 2 pints equal 1 quart, and 4 quarts in a gallon.
English. Indefinite pronouns. This is the last set of the indefinite pronouns. I think there's 3 sets altogether. And I have a whole song for all of them, and I'll put out a video of the whole song with the ASL signs for each of the words. For this video, I'm just going to be doing week 13. It is put to the tune of The Song That Never Ends by Lamb Chops. This is the song that never ends. So we're doing that with indefinite pronouns. For the last part, we say more indefinite pronouns, and then we finish it out. I'm going to sing it and then add the ASL signs to go with it.
More indefinite pronouns. Nobody, none, one. Others, several, some, somebody, someone, such. Now we're done with indefinite pronouns. And then you can start it all the way over again from the very beginning of the song, if you want to. Okay, so I am going to use ASL signs for these. This is optional. You don't have to do it. If it confuses, if it adds more frustration, then don't do it. If it is helpful, do it. Nobody. So you take your your hands, do this, and shake your head. Nobody, none. So again, nobody, none, one, other. You just do that. Other, several. So we're going to start with like a closed fist, and then it's going to go out, and your fingers are going to go out. Several, some. This one always reminds me of like I'm cutting some, I'm taking some, I'm dividing something in half to have some of it. That's what helps me remember this sign. Some, somebody, someone. Those are the same signs. I don't actually think that there is an ASL sign for somebody, just someone. So a lot of times the sign for someone is used for somebody. In ASL, there is no one sign for such. There is a sign for such as, so we're just going to use that one. And it starts here and then comes down like that. So such. All together, singing it with the signs. More indefinite pronouns. Nobody, none, one. Other, several, some, somebody, someone, such. Now we're done. And in sign language, this is the sign for all done. Now we're done. So one more time. More indefinite pronouns. Nobody, none, one. Other, several, some, somebody, someone, such. Now we're done with indefinite pronouns. So that's English. And if the kids seem to have it down, then we'll circle back around and we'll sing the whole song all together for the last 3 weeks. History. Tell me about the Industrial Revolution. Watts, we're going to throw up our ASLW. Watts steam engine. Then we're going to wiggle our fingers and go up like it's steam. Watts steam engine. Cartwrights, we're going to do our ASLC. Cartwrights power loom. We're going to keep our C, add another one to it, go forward and back really quick. Because if you look at a power loom machine, that's what it does. It has this piece on it that goes back and forth really quickly. So Cartwright's power loom. And Whitney's cotton gin, we're going to act like we're cranking on that handle. Whitney's cotton gin, and then we're going to pull out our shirts because most of our clothes are made of cotton. Whitney's cotton gin spurred the Industrial Revolution. We're going to act like we're swinging a really big hammer because this is what we did in the timeline when we started the Age of Industry. So, and that's going to be week 16, but we will do it. So, we got spurred the Industrial Revolution, which began in the 1760s. And then for fun, you can end it with doo-doo. Together, tell me about the Industrial Revolution. Watts steam engine, Cartwright's power loom, and Whitney's cotton gin spurred the Industrial Revolution, which began in the 1760s. Woo, woo! Watts steam engine, Cartwright's power loom, and Whitney's cotton gin spurred the Industrial Revolution, which began in the 1760s. Woo, woo! Okay, so we'll sing through it with the hand motions. If you have older kids and you want to add a little something to that, I would recommend erasing the names, Watts, Cartwright, and Whitney's, and see if they can remember, and then just sing it through with those words missing for a fun little extra challenge. Latin. Latin is first conjunction endings. Present tense is week 13. It is repeating what we did for week 1. So this is Latin.
Oh! For me? O-S-T, mustisn't. O-S-T, mustisn't. O-S-T, mustisn't. First conjugation, present tense. So to remember that the O starts off the present tense, is how do you react when you get a present? Oh! Okay, so that's how we're going to keep that straight. O-S-T, must-isn't, and I almost forgot. Latin lamb.
O-S-T, must-isn't, O-S-T, must-isn't, T, first conjugation, present tense.
Science. What are some names of U.S. space missions? I put this to the tune of Star Wars. We'll say it, and then Bob will sing it with a special guest. What are some names of U.S. space missions? Some names of U.S. space missions are Mercury, Gemini, Apollo, Shuttle. All right, take it away, Bob.
Dun 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 dun. Some names of U.S. space missions: Mercury, Gemini, Apollo, Shuttle. Some names of U.S. space missions: Mercury, Gemini, Apollo, Shuttle. Some names of U.S. space missions: Mercury, Gemini, Apollo, Shuttle.
And that's science. Geography. Northern European countries. This one I got the tune in Emotions from CC Happy Mom, and I'll link her video in the description. It's put to the tune of Father Abraham. Scandinavia is in the north. So we're going to go up here. We're going to have 3 fingers, our thumb, our index, our middle. So our 3 fingers out in the north. Northern European countries, Norway, Sweden, and Finland. And if you look at it on a map, it's kind of shaped like that. You have Norway, Sweden, and then over here on the side, Finland. It is kind of a lot shorter. It sticks out a lot less than the other 2. So it kind of looks like the thumb. Norway, Sweden, and Finland. And Denmark just below Norway. Okay, so that's how we're going to sing it and do the hand motions. Scandinavia is in the north. Northern European countries, Norway, Sweden, and Finland. And Denmark just below Norway. And this is what it looks like on a map.
Scandinavia is in the north. Northern European countries, Norway, Sweden, and Finland. And Denmark just below Norway.
That's week 13. I hope that helps. Indefinite pronouns. Nope, start that again. No, I gotta start that over. And then, we're gonna act like we're pulling a train horn, or a horn. We're gonna act like we're making that. This doesn't not make sense. We will sing it first, and no, redo that.